Hi, welcome to Insider Yachting. This is Market Watch Wednesday, where we bring you all of the boats that have just come on the market over the last 7 days. There's about 30 boats that have come to the market this week. A lot of new builds and a lot of newer boats that have come on the market, which means that sellers are a little bit more confident that they're going to get a fair market price for the boat. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, then get yourselves over to insideryachting.com. That's where you can request further information about any of the boats that you see here today or any of the boats that are currently on the market. You can either email me direct at philip.bell@insideryachting.com or contact us via the website. Leave us your name, best email address, and the name of the boat that you're interested in, and we'll get the full brochure off to you right away. And the brochure has all the photographs, all the descriptions and specifications of all of these boats. So without further ado, let's take a look at this week's yachts. So the first one that we have for you today is a Christensen Turquoise. This is called Project Shark. It's a 265-foot boat. The asking price here is actually pretty competitive for this size boat, which means that Christensen are making a concerted effort to get a grip on the market again after their unfortunate circumstances with Yogi. Yogi sank, I believe it was in 2012 in the Mediterranean. So she's asking 76, just under $77 million. The boat is a 2-year build, could be launched in 2016. Has 8 staterooms for 16 guests, and Christensen Turquoise is a Turkish yard, so that's over there, and the build would be in Turkey. Lady Lau, this is a Coda Casa. We've seen her come on the market at least once before. Launched in 2010, it's 213 feet long. The boat's over in Imperia in Italy at the moment. Has 9 staterooms for 18 guests, a nice high occupancy here, and the asking price is $60 million. And next is an Admiral, another new build. We don't really see much from Admiral. This is surprising that they come into the market with a boat of this size right off the bat. Asking price of just over $44 million. The build would be over in Italy. This has the standard layouts, 6 staterooms for 12 guests. That 12 number is what brings you within certain classifications of boats, and you're no longer classed as a cargo ship. You then go into a passenger ship if you go over that 12 guest number, which is why most of the larger yachts will stay below 12 guests, because it's a lot easier and a lot cheaper to build a boat that only holds 12. So next one we have for you is Remember When. This is a Christensen, launched in 2011. This is one of their 160 models. There are a couple of these on the market. Remember When and Match Point are very similar. Match Point is very aggressively priced. That's a great buy right now. This has 6 staterooms. The boat's up in Newport, Rhode Island at the moment. They're asking just under $30 million. Atmosphere, this is a boat that's been on the market a couple of times again. It's an expedition yacht, an adventure yacht, so one of those explorer types. Not very pretty to look at, but very, very user-friendly and very functional. So built by Ace Nav. I don't know anything about that yard. The boat's over in Chile at the moment. It was probably a conversion from a tug. This boat's asking just under $13.5 million. Has 7 staterooms for 14 guests, and the boat was launched in 2006. So a great boat for that pure adventure style. You see a lot of the yachts are bought and convert to do things like that giant squid hunt that a couple of the boats did over the last few years. This one's 150 feet long. Pretty good buy at that price. It is very highly spec'd as well once you start looking into that brochure. Next is King Rasmus, and we haven't seen any new Kings come on the market for a while. This is called Bravado. It's 147, which is actually small for Kings. Most of them are over that 170, 180 mark. It was launched in 2004. They're asking just under $29 million, so a pretty steep asking price there, but a great pedigree. The boat's over in Rome in Italy at the moment. That has 6 staterooms for 12 guests as well. Princess K, this is a Sunseeker. Launched just last year. It has 5 staterooms. A couple of the rooms have Pullmans in it, so it can hold up to 12 guests. The boat's over in the Arab Emirates, so only really relative to people that are already over there. A fairly high asking price, $21 million, just under $22 million, in fact. But virtually a brand new boat, and one of the Sunseekers they do in this 130, 128 range. They have this tri-deck style, or they have the Predator style. We did a review of Never Say Never, which is the Predator style, which is probably one of the better Sunseekers that are available. It had a very, very high spec build. So take a look for that on InsideYachting.com. You'll see that full review. A Salute, another boat that's come on the market before. This is a West ship, Westport, launched in 1999, sort of the precursor to the Westport 112s. This boat's here in Fort Lauderdale, asking just under $3 million. Launched in 1999, does have that nice 5-stateroom layout, so great option for chartering. So 108, so you're probably looking 2, 3, maybe 4 crew, depending on what the boat does. Probably around that 3 number is the sweet number for crew on this. Crystal Spirit 1. This is Palmer Marine. Again, don't see too much from this yard. Certainly nothing new out of the yard at all. Launched in 1989. The boat's up in British Columbia, in Vancouver, asking just under $1.5 million. Had a refit in 2000, so perhaps a little steep on the asking price there. 4-stateroom layout, is 92 feet long. Another new build concept from Wally. This is the Wally, so the yacht. They have had a few of these concepts out, and a couple have been built. This one's called Wally Coconut. The boat is going to be built in Imperi. I don't believe this one is existing right now, although that date says 2014. 4-stateroom layout, asking just under $7.5 million. Temptation Delta. This boat's over in France at the moment. It's a Mariah. Mariah do have quite a good following over in Europe. A couple of them come over here, but they don't really have that pedigree here, so they struggle on the sales market. Launched in 2006. It's a 2007 model, has a 4-stateroom layout, asking just under $2.5 million. So good price considering the build date on that. It is a relatively new boat, and they do have a good interior volume. Mares, this is a Fairline, launched in 2012, asking just under $3 million. The boat's over in Peru, so it's pretty tough to sell a boat out of Peru. Has a 4-stateroom layout for 10 guests. Again, 2 of those staterooms. 2 of the twins have the Pullmans. Launched in 2012, so basically a brand new boat. See, it doesn't have the fixed hardtop, so it's difficult to really have a boat over on the east coast of the US that doesn't have any kind of shade up on the flybridge. But still a nice boat to look at to get a feel for the Fairline product. Our Trade, this is a Viking convertible sport fish, launched in 2011. Just under $5 million, has a 5-stateroom layout. You don't often see that in these Viking sport fish boats to have that 5-stateroom layout. It's here in South Florida, so get the brochure for that, and you can see all the interior layouts there. A Princess, basically a brand new boat, launched in 2014. This one's over in France. It does have the fixed hardtop, and that's not a common thing that you have installed on the European boats. Most of them will have the fabric bimini top because it's not quite as humid over there. So over here, most people like the fixed bimini top so they can install the isinglass around that leading edge and enclose that area, maybe even air condition it as well. It is an expensive upgrade, so you don't see it too often over in Europe. This one's called Dreamline. It has a 4-stateroom layout. I love the Princess as a product. I think it's a very good quality product, and the interior finish just looks very beautiful. I've got a nice product here. So 72 feet long, launched in 2014, asking just over $3 million for that, and I'd say that's over in France. Monova, this is an offshore, launched in 2005. The boat is up in New York at the moment. The offshores, were built more towards an owner-operator, so they don't really have too many staterooms. This one is only a 3-stateroom layout, So 70 feet with 3 stateroom. Great for an owner operator. Those individual rooms will be larger than if it was a 4 stateroom layout. But maybe if you're a family and you're looking to fit some more people on the boat, it might not be too much of a good fit for you. Asking just under $2 million. As I said, it's up in New York. This is, they didn't give us the name here. It's a Sea Stellar yacht. I never heard of the manufacturer. It sounds like a Chinese manufacturer to me. In fact, I see that the boat is currently over in China at the moment. So no pedigree, only has a stateroom layout, a 2 stateroom layout. So I would say it's almost guaranteed it's a Chinese manufacturer. The Chinese usage of the boat, they don't tend to stay on them overnight. So they will have a lot of that interior space dedicated to entertaining areas, maybe even a karaoke room or something is quite popular on those boats. So if you're looking and you're already over in Asia, then this is probably a good one to take a look at. They're asking just under $1.9 million and basically a brand new boat, 2013. Has to be. This is an Azimuth. This is their 60 Flybridge. Again, almost a brand new boat, launched just last year. Has a 3 stateroom layout. Pretty good price for the new Azimuths here. Just over $1.6 million. This one is here down in South Florida. Not done roaming. This is a Sea Race sedan. $699,000 is the ask. Has a 3 stateroom layout. It's up in Palm Beach at the moment. Launched in 2006. And that is 58 feet long. Last few now for this week. Tinefay, if I'm pronouncing that right. This is an older Sea Ray, again the sedan bridge. 3 stateroom layout, launched in 2001, and they're asking $380,000. Neptunus, this boat is up in New York at the moment, launched in 2006. Has a 2 stateroom layout. Not a huge interior volume there, but it is that express cruiser style rather than the sedan or the flybridge style. Last few now, Ocean Alexander. Don't see too many of this style Ocean Alexander come up on the market. They are pretty popular, large interior volumes, good build quality as well. This one's up in Washington, asking just under $740,000. Has a 3 stateroom layout, and the boat was built in 2002. We have a Carver called Princess, $330,000. The boats are over in California. The Carvers have a pretty good following over there, large interior volumes for the overall size of the boat. This was launched in 2001. It's 53 feet long, but still has a 3 stateroom. So there you can see it's that nice extra occupancy. A new Azimuth. Azimuth have got a little funky with their designs lately. They're trying to cater to, in my opinion, too many different markets they've gone into the sort of trawler style. So that's what we've got here. 3 stateroom layout, just under $1.15 million. So not a bad asking price. It's basically a brand new boat. Has the 3 staterooms in there. So nice, comfortable, large hull side windows. You can have all the modern electronics and that Azimuth sort of European flash and style. Doesn't have the fixed bimini top up on the flybridge, but it's really more of a sports bridge. It's not really somewhere that's large enough to spend any decent amount of time. If you're looking for something with a larger flybridge, then and you like the Azimuths, then I would go for one of the traditional Azimuth boats. This one's up in Palm Beach, so very easy to see. Sunshine, this is an offshore 2 staterooms, launched in 1989, asking $225,000. This one's down in Mexico. This is a Tollycraft called Transition. It's 2 stateroom layout, around the same price, $235,000. A little bit older here though, launched in 1978, so you're really getting on there as far as age is concerned. And this boat's down in San Diego. Another express cruiser. This is one of the Benetos. These have 2 staterooms. It's launched in 2011. I believe this is their GT version, or their Monte Carlo version, though it is the GT. I did a walkthrough of one of these boats at the Palm Beach Boat Show, I think, a couple of years ago, so you'll be able to find that online. Pretty good asking price was the main draw to this boat, $679,000. The boat's over in Clearwater. at the moment. Swift Current. This is an old Grand Banks, launched in 1997. The boat's over in Oregon, and they're asking 329,000. Foolish Pleasure. Foolish Pleasure. This is a formula, that express cruiser style, launched in 2008. They're asking 429,000, so perhaps a little steep on the asking price there, but formulas are nice. They're nice, comfortable, enclosed cockpit area. Lots of windows around the area as well, where some of the smaller Sea Rays or the other express cruisers will go to a more of an isinglass bridge or something that has a gap in the middle, or isinglass cockpit. These formulas tend to keep them all enclosed, which a lot of people like, and when they don't want to step up into the larger sizes. So we have a Casa that's called Scotland, launched in 2002. It has a 2 stateroom layout. They are asking just over 200,000. And last but not least, Oasis. This is a Meridian. Great asking price for the Meridian. It's 2005, 45 foot long, 219,000, and she's over in Alabama at the moment. So that's it. I went a little bit more into detail about each of the boats because we had a few less to go through this week. If you'd like to see any of those brochures from any of the boats this week, or any boat that's currently on the market, then contact me via the website or email me direct at philip.bell@insideryachting.com. Leave me your name, the name of the boat, and I'll get that full brochure with all the photographs, all of the detailed descriptions and full specifications. I'll get that over to you right away. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.